Hello, 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 my beloved souls. It is Woke Wednesday and holiday season and the solstice coming in. Happy solstice. Happy winter solstice. I'm so excited for you. If you're in the northern hemisphere, if you're in the southern hemisphere, happy summer solstice. Either way, really transformative time, right? Gateways opening, portals, activations, beautiful light codes. We're heading into when light is going to be joining us for like the longest part of the year, so it's beautiful. It's a beautiful time, and we're moving into Capricorn season, right? Capricorn, the sure-footed goat, so it might take them a while to make a decision, but when they come through with the decision, right, it is solid, secure, stable. It's like the Knight of Pentacles in the tarot, right? Capricorns are also one of the most self-motivated signs. So this is a really great time for you to, one, stop, reflect, kind of like redirect, and to make sure that your action steps are in alignment with your soul, your heart, your goals, your dreams, right? So we want to make sure that we have the big picture in mind. We want to use all the beautiful light codes that are coming in right now to help lead us to our highest and greatest good, right? Put us on the highest and greatest timeline. And we want to remember our own worth during this time, right? Capricorn season kind of finishes one year and begins the next year, right? So that's a really big cycle, ending and beginning, right? Death and life and rebirth, all of these energies coming in during this time. And it's so transformative, so powerful. So I want to see, of course, what that means for us as the woo woo crew, right? Light workers, way showers, witches, shamans, shamancas, warlocks, energy workers, crystals, indigos, twin flames, however you choose to word it, however you choose to acknowledge your divine self in this lifetime. What does this mean for you, right? What is the winter solstice or summer solstice bringing for you? What is Capricorn season bringing for you? What blessings? What can we expect? What guidance is the universe going to give to us at this time? Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys, for being here with me and the Woo Woo crew. What do we need to know? What do we need to see for this beautiful solstice? What do you got? Okay. Okay. The Initiation, definitely one of my favorite cards, right? Like I said, we're ending one year and we're moving into another, right? So we're ending one cycle and moving into the next cycle. This card is very indicative of that, okay? We have rite of passage crossing the threshold, right? So we're moving out of kind of like this darkness into the light, more towards this beautiful, bright. You even see the water here, right? So we're moving towards our healing, our emotional healing, our liberation, our salvation, even during this time. This is a really, really powerful time, and you can even see the power coming in with the lightning behind you. So don't give up, right? You're going through challenges and difficulties and obstacles and delays and distractions and all these things in order to really transform you, right? It's like we're being forged in the fire, right? And even though there's all this work, if you almost think of like a they're showing it to me almost like a blacksmith, like you're putting this metal into a really hot fire, and then we're taking this hammer, we're banging it down, right? And so we're kind of like transforming it into the shape that it needs to be, right? We're alchemizing these energies at this time, and that's kind of what all of us have been going through, especially throughout this year, right? It's like we got thrown into the fire and we had to burn away the parts of ourselves that weren't serving our greatest and highest good, and in the middle of all of that, right, we're getting hit here and hit there, ups and downs and lefts and rights and all these things. But it was transforming us into this beautiful, beautiful, into the beautiful being that we are today, right? And then when we come out of the fire, what do? When the blacksmith takes it out of the fire? They cool it down in some water, right? That's this energy right here. So we're being moved away from this darkness and this pain and these trials and these tribulations and the ascension that we're going through, and now we're coming into cooler, calmer waters where everything is going to kind of transform, settle down, and we get to sit in the energy of who we've become, right? You've jumped timelines, you've gone through all the stuff, and now you get to walk on that timeline. Now you get to live that life. Now you get to show up and be the person that you've always been destined to be. It's just such a powerful time for you guys. I'm so excited, especially because Capricorn season, um, We're ending the 2022, right? The 6th year, we're moving into the 7th year, right? Seven is the number of God, spirit of the universe. So this is a great time to be here. Okay, this is like a great time to be here. All right, Star Seed, what lights you up? Star seeds, indigos, light workers, way showers, what lights you up? What brings joy to your heart of hearts? And how can you use that energy to really be the best version of yourself, right? We want to raise our vibration and we want to, sorry, you want to open your heart. I just felt my heart chakra like when I said that. So you want to do some things that are really speaking to your heart at this time, right? What can you do to bring joy into your life? Right? It's the holiday season, obviously, so we're giving gifts and receiving gifts and spending time with loved ones for the most part and kind of like tying up loose ends and finishing out our year. And it can be a very busy time of year. You know, although in the northern hemisphere we're in the winter months when it's supposed to be a time of like dormancy and relaxation and kind of chilling out, we're kind of doing the exact opposite during the holiday season, right? We're like running around with chickens like chickens with our heads cut off, right? Trying to get everything done. So find the joy in that. What can you do to bring some joy into your life? What can you do to bring some satisfaction in your life? What can you do to bring some pleasure and some bliss into your life, even in the middle of the chaos and the humdrum and all the busyness, right? What lights you up? What sets your soul on fire? Is it going for a walk? Is it going for a swim? Is it going for a run? Is it um eating delicious foods or cooking delicious foods or spending time with loved ones or taking a bath or getting some reading done or taking a nap? Like, do the things that make you feel good, because the higher your vibration is, the more you're in alignment with all the things that are in your vortex, right? Your vibrational vortex, the things that you're holding, your wishes, your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. When we have our vibration high, we get to those points a lot faster, right? Because we're in alignment with our happily ever after. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry about that. I needed a little something to help me out. Okay. Anyway, moving on. All right. And look at this. Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? So, what is your soul calling you to do right now, right? Is there a dream inside of you that you haven't been listening to? Are you getting really vivid dreams and activations and maybe not following through with them, right? We're all receiving these beautiful signs and synchronicities from the universe, our teams of light, our angels, our guides, our ancestors, right? As to what it is that we need to do to move forward. But if God is calling you on the phone and you don't answer, like, what's up? You know what I mean? So you have the Most High, you have the divine coming through, calling you like, hey, got you. You know, like, go to Starbucks. I promise, like, this is going to lead you to your happily ever after. And you're like, I'm not going to Starbucks. I don't even drink coffee. Like, I'm not answering the call. It's a block call. It's an unknown number. They better leave a message. All these things, right? But it's like, we got to participate in this life, right? Life is always happening for us, and we get to be the conductors, right, of this life. Like, we get to take the reins and freaking, I'm saying take the reins, you know, like, what are we doing with the reins? Like driving the horses forward, or you get to take the freaking steering wheel and be the captain of your ship. However you choose to word it, right? You are the author of your book. You are the leader of your life. So what is your soul calling you to do? Whenever we're not in alignment with our soul's goals, dreams, truths, joy, things start to kind of fall apart. Delays, distractions, obstacles, challenges, illness, dis-ease, right? All these things start to come forward when we're moving away from the things that our soul is calling us to do, right? We all came down here with soul contracts. We all came down here with a mission of things that we wanted to do to live our life happily ever after. So are you answering that call? Are you being called to serve more, or to create, or to open a business, or to write a book, or to be a support to a community or a culture, or a friend or a loved one? Like, what is it that your soul is calling you to do, and how can you step forward into it? Right? And I'm not talking about like, all right, my soul is leading me to be, like a multimillionaire, multidimensional channel. I need to all of a sudden like be on Oprah tomorrow. No, I'm talking about take one small action step. You know what I mean? Like, again, when we're talking about that starseed energy, about what lights you up, like, raise your vibration, go into meditation, and then whatever that guidance is, take a small action step towards it, right? Maybe it's looking up, free publishing options. Maybe it's taking a freaking one of the free masterclasses that's being offered right now, because it might just even if it's one thing, right? One step that you might be missing, there might be some gems in there, right? So what are you being called to do at this time? And how can you move forward with it? Okay. I get a whole bunch of downloads now, like right before I'll go to bed, like in the shower, in the bathtub, always, which sometimes frustrates me because I'm like, I don't have my freaking phone here and my hands are wet, like I can't write this stuff down. But now, even before I go to bed, like I quiet my mind and the house is quiet, and that's the time where the angels are like, cool, she's conscious, but she's paying attention, and I'll get a whole bunch of downloads. I'll go to bed at like 9 o'clock and be up to like 12 o'clock because as I'm trying to sleep, I'm getting these downloads. And so instead of thinking like, oh, I'll remember it tomorrow, no, I get up and I'm like typing on my freaking phone, or I'm writing it out in my journal to make sure that I have all this information, right? And then I sit with it. And sometimes in dream state, I get even more information. Sometimes when I wake up, I'm even more activated. But I took the information that was given to me and I'm like, okay, cool. Now what? Now what's the next best step? What is the most important thing I can be working on right now? Right? I feel like we're all being led to that, especially you guys as way showers and light workers, right? Because you're on the spiritual front lines, more or less, when it comes to traversing the energies of this universe, right? So you guys, we're doing it first, right? We're showing up first. So we're getting the downloads, the light codes, the information coming to us, and then we get to move forward with it and kind of try to figure it out, right? We're working out the kinks and everything. And then once we got it kind of handled, it's like, cool. Then the universe is like, okay, cool. Now we'll activate the rest of the globe. So it's like, you got this, you guys got it, you handle it, cool. Now you can train everybody else to do it. On to the next lesson. Think about it that way. It's like getting a management job, right? Like at one point you started off as just like a cashier. Maybe you were in the stock room, right? You started learning little things. Next thing you know, you became like a key holder or a supervisor. Next thing you know, you became a manager, right? And as you move up, you're training people for the job that you're left behind, right? So it's like, all right, I'm not gonna be a cashier anymore. Let me train you to be a cashier so I could be a key holder. Cool. So now I got all this other responsibility, but in case you ever need help, I can step in and help you out, or I can give you some guidance. It's the same thing that we're dealing with right now as way showers, right? We're all just stepping up into our field and becoming like executive managers. Okay. Share your voice. Look at that. You got to you got to do the damn thing. More or less, right? Come out of the cave, persecution, expression. All right? Again, and we started off with that energy, with the initiation, right? We started off with this beautiful energy. So, we're coming out of this darkness, right? Out of the cave. Look at that. You see where we're heading? So yeah, you can stop here and take a break, take a breather, take it all in, right? See where you're at right now. It's like, wow, I've come so far, right? Like I've left all this darkness behind and look at where I finally made it. And you're gonna sit there and you're gonna sit with the energies for a moment. Fantastic. Sit, have a moment, take a breather, grab some coffee or tea. Amazing. And then move forward. Right? We're not gonna stay here. We're sitting, resting, recalibrating, and then we're moving forward. And we're going to dip our bodies, our toes, our beings into that beautiful water so we can be cleansed and healed and revitalized. Okay? This beautiful solstice is bringing you out of the darkness. This solstice is bringing you to your happily ever after. This solstice is bringing you to a lot of emotional healing and activations. And although you may be experiencing things that probably most of the people around you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, right? Because they're not necessarily tuned in, tapped in, or turned on, then you get to be a leader, right? Our trials become our tests become our greatest testimonies, right? Our trials become our triumphs, right? So you really want to sit with these energies and understand that you didn't go through all of that stuff for nothing, right? And it can feel almost like you're being persecuted, right? Like I know for a while, like I was like, does God hate me? Like what is happening right now, right? Like you've got to be kidding me. Like everything is falling apart and my world is like a shit show. And it's like the rug is being pulled up from under your feet and the walls are collapsing and there's a tornado all at the same time, right? Sometimes it can feel like that. You're just like, the hits just keep coming, left, right, up and down, no matter which way you look. But at this point, understand that life is always happening for us, right? That's why we're always being reminded, stay grounded, stay centered, stay meditative, right? Because then as the winds of the world are changing around us, we don't get thrown off. And we start to see, no, this isn't happening to me. This is happening for me. I need all this chaos. I need all this upheaval. I need all this shit to be shaken up so that things can fall right exactly into place, right? I just saw 1444, right? So maybe you're here from the 144,000 too. Rock out. Activation codes, right? Rock out. But you are called to do something greater. You are bigger than the challenges and the obstacles that you have faced. You are stronger than some of the craziest shit that's come at you. You really are. You really are. You really are. Right? And so you're here going through all of this because you can, because your soul signed up for this, because this is a part of you becoming who you're destined to be. Right? You are a magnificent expression of the divine, right? A beautiful representation of God's feminine and masculine energy. That is why you're here. So, what are you being called to do? How are you supposed to show up? And I know it can be heavy and it can be hard and it's exhausting. I trust me, I get it. I get rocked. I get rocked. And just like we're all on kind of the front lines, and I get that energy early. You know what I mean? Like if we're about to go through a portal on the freaking 12th of December and it's freaking October, I'll start freaking feeling the energies, right? I pick up weather patterns as well, right? I'll be freezing sometimes and people are looking at me like, what are you talking about? I'm watching people in like t-shirts and shorts and they're sweating, but I'm picking up the cold front that's coming in like 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. So just know who you are, know what skills and talents and abilities you have, right? Know how the universe is speaking to you and then flow with that energy. Okay? Flow with it. Connect with Gaia. It's going to be super important. Look, I just heard a bird squawking outside, right? Connect with Gaia, connect with the animal kingdom. There are answers there. There are signs there for all of you. Okay? The reindeer. Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. Yeah, you're never alone, guys. All right, you're never alone. Not just with me and the rest of the high vibe tribe here, but your ancestors, your angels, your galactic star family, the ascendant masters. All of them are around you at all given times to pour into you, into this beautiful divine light. Right? So again, life is happening for you. All right. You are truly blessed more than you even know. And they're showing me these light codes coming up. So some of you may be, especially if you're like resonate as a twin flame and maybe you've just met your twin, some of your kundalinis may be rising and activating at this time as well. Even more of a reason why you want to stay really grounded, right? The deeper our roots, the higher we can ascend. So you want to make sure that you're grounded, solid, solidified, centered, so that when you're receiving all these beautiful light codes, all these beautiful messages, it's not throwing you off. All right? Powerful, powerful, powerful time. I'm gonna pull from the Light Seers deck today, the tarot deck. I know I don't normally do that, but it was calling to you guys for these messages, and then we're also gonna pull from the Sacred Destiny because we just had a freaking soul. Because we're in the middle of a solstice and we're changing signs, and there's a lot going on. So, thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. What do you want? The beautiful way showers, light workers, the woo woo crew to know at this time. What do we need to know? What do we need to see? Far as the solstice and Capricorn season. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm here for it. I love it. Love it. I love it. Look, we got the tower, guys. We got the tower. Like I said, feels like everything is falling apart around you, right? It's like a fucking shit show. You're like, what is happening? But that's all a part of the initiation, the passages that we're going through. It is not a negative thing. Things are falling apart to lead us to our happily ever after. You see this lightning coming in, right? Where is it? Right? All this lightning. That's this, right? This is what you're leaving behind. This tower moment, this chaos, this upheaval, this destruction, right? This is what we're walking away from. And that's leading us to this calm, to this peace, to this tranquility, right? Tranquility. Look at all this water energy, right? All this water energy, all these emotions really being healed and cleared at this time. Our emotional body is like our soul's GPS in the physical, right? So when we tap into our emotions, we understand where we're kind of at energetically. So we want to feel things to heal it. And I say that all the time, right? You got to feel it to heal it. You want to lean into these things and honor the feelings that are coming up: anger, frustration, joy, bliss, whatever it may be, right? Whatever is coming up for you. But just sit with it and honor it and give it a voice, give it a platform, give it space, right? That's all our emotions need. They just need space. When we try to bury stuff down and kind of tuck it under the couch or put it under the rug, it becomes mold, right? Like a fungus. Destructive. It starts to smell, right? And then all of a sudden, what could have been a small issue that could have gotten dealt with, like a little paper cut, you put a band-aid on and move on. No, next thing you know, you didn't deal with it. It's infected, and now we got to freaking amputate your hand. You know what I'm saying? So we want to not have to deal with all of that, right? You want to confront things as they're coming up. And a lot of the energies and a lot of the emotions that have been coming up when you don't necessarily feel too great is because you need to feel it to heal it, right? Our triggers lead to our healing. Our feelings lead to our healing. So what are we feeling through right now, right? What is being um pulled away and destroyed in your life right now, right? And how can you honor that transformation so that you can move on to your bliss and your tranquility and your happily ever after? All right? It's really a matter of perspective, guys. It really is. It always is. Bottom of the deck, we got the Four of Swords. All right? This is a time to kind of rest and reflect and take a minute back, and nurture yourself for a second. There's nothing wrong with that. This is also the energy of not just resting, but like meditation and peace and tranquility. Again, you just want to still your mind, right? Still that overbeating heart and just relax and just trust. You see how comfortable she is? She's just in a nest. Her heart's not even in her chest. Her heart is out there and she's got a slight smile on her face, right? That is perfect love, perfect trust. That's what we have in Mother, Father, God, right? Knowing that all is going to be well, no matter how it looks around us, right? Um, we're not going to be tricked by the illusions of this 3D world because we know who we are as sovereign beings, right? We know who we are as luminous children of the Most High God. We know that this is a freaking game. It's a freaking synopsis, and we get to play it out whichever way we want. So, how do you want to win this game, right? You have cheat codes lying within your body, within your DNA. It's time to activate them so that you can freaking transform and traverse this energy and just be walking on sunshine, right? Like that's where we're headed. So how are you going to win right now? Go into the stillness, go into the silence, go into prayer, go into meditation, get your response, trust, surrender, and then move forward. Okay? Powerful, 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 powerful shit going on. Look, and you were worried, right? It's like, oh, we went from the tower and everything is worried. No, look where it's leading you to this beautiful Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is a wish fulfilled card. So you just went through hell, right? Your whole world got rocked apart, and you're just like, oh God, I just wish. It's like you're hoping for the one thing, right? I just want stability. I just want peace. I just want to get some rest, whatever. And not only are you going to get the thing that you're asked for, but you're getting a whole bunch of other stuff that you had already put aside in the vortex, right? Things that you had prayed for, wished for, dreamed for, hoped for a long time ago. And now here they are. And so it's like you're going from this where you feel like your whole world is falling apart to this where your wishes and dreams have come true and you're celebrating and you are about to receive blessings and miracles that you weren't even aware that were available to you, right? That is God's grace coming into your life. That is the grace of the Goddess and the Most High coming into your life and blessing you. This is a powerful, 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 powerful time. Feel it to heal it. Lean into it, right? We're all being supported right now. You got the Most High. You got the Most High. You got the angels. You got your ancestors, ascended masters, spirit animals, spirit guides, galactic star family. Call upon them to help you. And if you need earth angels, freaking hit me up or anybody in the high vibe tribe. Like, we are all here to support one another. We're all going through it. We might be all be at different levels because of our different soul contracts and different paths, but we're all going through it together. So let me support you, right? As you support me. When you guys show up to the channel and you hit the likes and the comments, like that's supporting to me. Then it lets me know that like the messages are hitting or resonating or reaching the people that need to be reached at this time. Okay? It's really powerful. Really powerful. And then we got the Knight of Cups coming in with some more love. Right? So for some of you, you're going to be receiving a lot of love and support from your soul family and your soul tribe, right? This is, I mean, this is like a flirtatious kind of energy. You know, he can be like Casanova kind of thing, but I feel like this is what you need to be doing for yourself, right? Nurturing yourself, loving yourself. How can you show up for yourself in a more nurturing, loving manner? Like maybe you just need to do something like buy yourself some flowers to raise your vibration, right? I love roses. I love to keep them on the table for no other reason than they just look beautiful. And they also have one of the highest frequencies of all the flowers on the planet, right? So maybe that's a connection for you, right? Maybe one of your spirit animals is a horse, right? That's my Chinese zodiac, right? So there's more messages and there's tons of messages in here for me today with my favorite flower and one of my freaking spirit guides in my Chinese zodiac, right? So start paying attention to what these animals, what these flowers, what these crystals, what these um freaking signs and synchronicities mean for you. What are they speaking to your heart at this time? Right? That's this energy speaking directly to our heart and speaking from our heart. What is your soul leading you to do? The soul is always going to lead you in a loving and supporting manner, right? It's like the people that do the clickbait on freaking YouTube, right? And it drives me crazy. It's part of the reason why I don't do zodiac readings, individually, or rather on YouTube. I'll do it like for individual clients, but because it's like, oh, they hurt you and now God is gonna make sure they fall, and like all this, and I'm like, God is not coming through channeling messages being like, oh yeah, and that's why I'm giving them an STD and that's why they're about to lose their house and their kids and haha. It's quiet. If you're getting messages like that, then you're being deceived. You're being deceived. The Most High, your team of light, is never going to come to you in a manner that's going to be hurtful or disrespectful to you or to anyone else. God is not going to send you to somebody to do a love spell on someone. God is not activating you to do love spells with people like, oh, this is going to be, where you win in your career. No, no. People have free will. If you're over here trying to fuck with somebody's free will, guess what's going to happen to you? Ton of karma that you don't want, right? That's not what we're being activated to do. Our soul, the Most High, is going to speak to us with love and kindness and compassion and clear guidance. Your angels don't tell you what to do. They can give you guidance and insight into your pathways, but they don't tell you what to do. You always have free will, point blank and simple. So if you're like, oh, well, I was guided, let's go crazy, right? Some of the horror stories where you see people that have harmed their children. It's like, well, God told me to kill my kid. No, they didn't. No, he didn't. Mother, Father, God is not going to tell you to kill one of their children. Do you really think God needs you to do that? You don't think God can figure it out on their own? Just stop their heart. Mother, Father, God, the creator of the universe, doesn't need us to dirty our hands and to sully our soul by being freaking low vibrational and vindictive and petty. That's not the case. It just isn't, right? So we need to speak through our heart. And the egoic mind is going to tell you all that fuckery shit, right? Like, haha, they got their just due and they're hurting and that's why they lost this. Fantastic. But at the end of the day, do you really feel good because someone else is doing bad? You know? And if you do, why? Why do you feel good when someone else is hurting? Why do you feel good when someone is harmed? Because guess what, guys? What we put out, we get back. I was just explaining this to my children as I was trying to explain to them. I have little kids, and I was trying to explain to them the energy of karma because they were asking. And I'm telling them, whatever you put out, good, bad, or indifferent, comes back to you 3 times, right? Even when we're putting out the thought like, haha, good for you. Guess what? You get to see 3 times the haha, good for you come back to you, right? So I'm very quick to clean up my energy or my field or my thoughts because I don't want that coming back to me. I'm good. Like, if anything else, I'm like, you know what? That person pissed me off. Bless you, and I'm going to give you to the Most High because I don't want to deal with that energy. Whatever you're throwing at me right now, I'm not touching it. I'm not taking it. It's already been transmuted and alchemized. It's not even touching me. And I want to pray for your blessing and your healing so that you're not going to continue to send this energy out because you just started some karma that you don't even realize you're about to have to deal with in a really harsh way. You know what I mean? We, as the way showers and the light workers, understand that. We know whatever we do comes back to us 3 times. Now, is every thought going to be positive and joyful and optimistic and sunshine? No, 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 it's not. We're human beings dealing with this world, and it doesn't always feel great to deal with it, right? But we have the opportunity to use the energy of grace and forgiveness to check ourselves, to clean up our act. And when we know better, we do better. And that's where you guys are, right? You're at the front line learning these lessons, sometimes in a really harsh and painful way, so that you can know better, to do better, and to teach better for those that are coming in behind you. All right? All right. Let's get some final messages for the Woo Woo crew. So thank you, angels. Thank you, guys, for these messages. What else do we need to know? What do we need to see? That's a lot, but okay. They all flipped, so I'm going to take them. Wow, what did I just say about forgiveness? I said we're going to use the energy of forgiveness and grace, right? Forgiveness coming through. This is going to be a healing balm to you, and this is going to be a blessing to you. All right. There are people in your life that are no longer in your life because of where you're headed on your own soul path and your mission. There are people that are going to come at you crazy, right? And judge you for your thoughts and your behavior and your beliefs and how you're traversing this world. It is what it is, right? There are people in your life that have intentionally hurt you that will never apologize. There are people in your life that you've hurt that I'm sure that you haven't apologized to, right? We don't always make amends. But what you can call on is the energy of forgiveness, right? I choose to forgive anyone who has hurt me intentionally or unintentionally in this lifetime or any other in all directions in time and space, right? I choose to receive forgiveness, right, from anyone I may have hurt intentionally or unintentionally in this lifetime or any other in all directions in time and space, right? Like, we need to work with the energy of forgiveness. And forgiveness does not mean that it's okay. It doesn't mean you get a pass. It doesn't mean that, like, I'm going to shrug my shoulders and let you do the shit again. No, what it means is that I'm not going to hold on to that poisonous pain in my body anymore. And I took the lesson and I appreciate the lesson. And now I'm going to be a better me because of it. But we're not doing a redo, right? This ain't baseball. You don't get 3 strikes. It's over and out. It's done. Quiet. That tower moment, right? Healing the chaos. That's what that tower brought in for us. That's what that tower brought in for us. It doesn't always feel good, guys. I know. But we get to move on. We get to move on. And this solstice and this Capricorn season is bringing that in big time. For some of you, it's gonna be crazy, right? It's gonna feel a little crazy. Oh, I'm losing my ears. I'm just kidding. Right? For some of you, it may feel a little crazy. But understand, in the middle of all of this comes your healing, comes your peace, comes your bliss, comes your tranquility. These storms don't ever last forever. Okay? It's very temporary. Okay, guys? It's a temporary energy. Excuse me, my throat chakra is doing some major healing at this time because evidently we're having throat chakra activations. Throat chakra activations, third eye activations, crown chakra activations, heart activations coming in big time. I mean, my heart chakra has been like, I didn't think I could love anymore, but evidently there's always deeper layers of that um, pressure in my head or freaking headaches, and I don't get headaches and stuff like that. So I always know when my chakras are being upgraded or we're getting extra downloads, and there's been a lot of that coming in. And the throat chakra has been coming in big time, especially for the divine masculines. Right? No, I'm not gonna. Okay, sorry. Got clarity. Divine masculines and being discerning in how they're using their voice, and the divine feminines and speaking up more. Thank you, angels. Thank you guys for that clarity. You were like, fix that message, bitch. Okay. We have adventures coming in for you guys. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. So some of you may be going on holiday or on a trip or, hitting something off your bucket list. But again, with this beautiful water energy coming in, a lot of healing. All right. So maybe these trips, these things that you're dealing with, like, look at them a little bit differently, right? Like, this is fun. It's gonna make me laugh. We're gonna laugh about this in a little while. Like, oh, excuse me, like I can't even believe that I had to deal with that shit, right? And sometimes you ever laugh so hard you start crying? You right? Like be crying so much, and the next thing you know, you just start laughing because you can't even believe that you're upset over this shit. Like that's what this is reminding me of. Like it's like in the middle of like all my pain and my anguish, and I'm trying to explain myself, and the next thing you know, like I snort or I say the wrong word, and then like just burst out laughing. That's this energy, right? Look at it a little differently. Just change your perspective. I know it's not always easy, and I know I keep saying that, but I'm telling you that because I feel it, and I feel it with the connection of you guys' energy. Like, you don't know my story. I don't need to know your specific story. I mean, you can always call me and tell me, right? But I don't need to know your specific story to know that you're a human dealing with a human experience going through a lot of shit. We all are. We all are, different levels. We all came in at different families and communities and timelines to do this stuff. And I know it's not always easy, but it's a matter of how we're perceiving it, right? How can you shift your perspective of the thing? How can you have it serve your greatest and highest good? How can you move forward through all of this? What are you meant to learn from this so that you can move forward to more solid ground, so that you can get your peace, your joy, your abundance, your happily ever after? What were you supposed to learn in the middle of that chaos? What were you supposed to learn in the middle of everything that just fell apart? And for some of us, right, we were getting the signs, the symbols, the synchronicities ahead of time, but didn't act on them. And when we stalled or hesitated, then our teams of light and our souls came through with like the executive order. It's like, no, all right, you're not doing it? Fantastic. We're going to take everything away so you have no choice but to start over, right? It's like, oh, well, we told you, like, clean this up, do this, do that. No, you don't want to do anything? All right, well, we're taking everything, and now you get to start with a blank canvas, right? Now you got an open floor plan. What are you going to do with it? Right? So it may feel like it sucks. It may feel like you just lost everything, but now you get to restart and build it your way, the right way, with a strong foundation, right? We're not building houses on sand over here. Okay? And then look what I said. The light. Find a way to look at it, right? Find the joy in all of this. Find the joys in your trials. Find the joys in your pains. Find the joy in these lessons. Find a way to raise your vibration and bring more joy into your life. Find people that are going to speak to your soul. Find people who know you for who you are today and not for who you were, because you're traversing, you're ascending, you're changing, and you're not the same person that you used to be. And that's fantastic. And that's fantastic, right? You have boundaries now. You have guidelines. You're standing in your truth. You're standing in your light. You're remembering who you actually are, right? As a divine being. That's a gift, and that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I love this for you. Love it. I love it. I love it. Simplicity. Keep it sweet and simple, right? I'm going to leave that, the KISS that way. We'll keep it sweet and simple, right? Things don't have to be so heavy. You don't necessarily need to feel like you're always swimming upstream, okay? Because you're not. You're just not. We as humans like to overcomplicate things. We love to make something as simple as 2 plus 2 into something algebraic, right? Like we love to do that. This is the angels and guides and ancestors reminding you just to be easy, right? And for some of you, you've been seeing feathers, right? This is your angels and your ancestors showing up, being like, hey, we're here. We got you. You're not alone, right? You're never alone. And this journey doesn't have to be complicated. So maybe you're overthinking things, right? And I get that, especially with this Capricorn season, because like I said, Capricorns are the sure-footed goat, you know, with like, it's like, oh, am I making the right decision? You know, but when they do make that choice, it's solid, it's secure, it's stable. They know that they're on solid ground, right? So maybe you just need to simplify how you're doing things, or simplify how you're looking at things so that you can move forward a little bit faster. Okay. New beginnings coming in, as they should, with this beautiful new moon, right? We got the Capricorn new moon bringing in new beginnings. What is it that you are calling to manifest into your life? Use this new moon energy, because it's the last new moon of the year, for your blessings, your goals, your desires, your dreams, your wishes for 2023. What do you want 2023 to look like? And use this energy now to manifest that reality, right? What is your new moon ritual? Write it down, burn a candle, Take a bath, pray, however you choose to connect. We all have different things, right? You can get one of my activation kits. I got you. We'll do all the whole thing. But what can you do to support this new beginning that's coming into your life? Make sure that you're being crystal clear about your feelings and your desires and your goals, right? Not like, oh, I just want, I want more money. All right, well, you get $1 tomorrow. That's more than you had. Is that going to make you satisfied? No, it's like, I want to call 5 figures into my business, each and every one. And I want 10 new paying clients, um, every week. And I want to be able to travel, the world with friends and laughter. Like, be really clear about what it is that you want. I want a 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom home, whatever it is, right? Whatever your happily ever after is, whatever your goals and dreams are, be very clear and then use this energy to bless you. You have new beginnings coming into your life, right? You decide how you want that to play out. Is it your relationships? Is it your health? Is it your living situation? Is it how you travel? Is it your career or your business? Like, what is it? Okay, what is it? Wow, more travel energy, voyage. So some of you will actually be traveling, right? Going on your journeys and have been, not surprising during the holiday season. Just be safe out there. And especially with the baby whale under there. So with your children, just make sure that you guys are just being very mindful of that energy. This is not just the energy of traveling though, this is also the energy of our voice, right? Because whales do like the whole like song or sound that they got going on. The way I want to say it's a whale song, right? So how are you communicating with your loved ones, with the younger versions of yourself, with your own inner child, right? I feel like some of you may need like a soul retrieval, right? So that's going to be a journey inside, into your soul, into the depths of you, where you're pulling forward the parts of yourself that might have been left behind through trauma and pain and karma and all that stuff, right? So maybe this voyage isn't necessarily for you to, be out here on a plane, train, automobiles like that, but it's a journey within so that you can heal some of those energies and it can start be reflected without, right? As within, so without, as above, so below. Music, books, movies, different conversations. There's just going to be a lot of activations coming through in your life from different words that you're hearing. And others of you need to speak up. Like there's songs, there's books, there's poems, all the stuff within you that you're just holding back from society, and it's time for you to start to sharing that, right? Even if you want to share it small and like an anonymous Facebook group or something, however you choose to do it, you're gonna be loved, guided, and supported. But it's time for you to step forward and to stop hiding. Okay. Oh, and then we end with pleasure. I love it. Look at this. We're walking up the path again, going through that pathway, right? It's right back to the first freaking card with initiation. We're going right into our happily ever after, and it's bringing you peace, pleasure, bliss, delights, new beginnings, abundance, divine well being, harmony, joy. Okay? That's what you get at this time. This is a beautiful, beautiful energy. So, although it might seem catastrophic because you got to deal with this forgiveness energy, you just had this tower moment, you don't know if you're coming or going, all the stuff. But at the end of the day, you're going to feel so much better about yourself, about your life, about your purpose when you learn to love yourself, when you learn to show up for yourself, when you learn to keep your vibration high, when you learn to speak your truth, right? When you learn to trust the process and the path that you're on. It's a powerful time for you. All right. I'm going to leave it there, my beautiful way showers and light workers. I love you so much. I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. Happy solstice. And I will see you guys soon. Later.